Gauteng Education MEC Matome Chiloane joins us now to give us a reaction on that story. MEC, a good evening to you. This is a community, obviously, that is, I can just imagine absolutely in shock. A grade 11 pupil from a school in Orange Farm stabbed and then taken in for medical attention. And then there's this culture of violence. I believe that there was another school a few days ago in Orange Farm where there was an incident also involving gang members. So talk to me about the information that certainly the department has gathered so far about gang-related activities in Orange Farm, particularly in the schools.
Thank you. Good evening to you and good evening to your viewers. In that area, we've been having a problem with gang-related incidences since the beginning of the year. There's been quite a number of schools where they were disrupted by gangsters. Well, when I'm saying gang, I'm saying obviously a group of learners coming together. In that form. So this is just one of those, the two incidences that happened in two different schools. And these schools, remember, these are schools that generally are peaceful. Obviously, there's not much of incidents that we've been getting from the schools. These are schools that we have not even deployed our safety intervention because they were not flagged as problematic schools. So there is sporadic, but the biggest challenge that is the community. These incidences, for example, the death of the young youth that happened over the weekend, is a formal end of the school, but it happened outside the school, and it's gangsterism outside the school in the community. So what this affirms what we've been saying all the time, as always, that really parents need to come on board. Because parents have a greater role to play more than anybody to ensure that we get the children right. The community must come on board to ensure that we really tackle together with law enforcement. Actually, the law enforcement must arrest perpetrators, but more than anything, the community work with law enforcement so that we protect our own communities and our schools. That's the only way really we can win against this thing. Because I don't think our children want to kill each other. I do not believe that, or they want to die, or they want to harm each other generally. But they find themselves in such situations where, they're coerced, put pressure, then they peer pressure, then they act in this form of violence. But generally, kids want to play, and kids want to develop, and this is where I believe our kids are in the mindset they want to study.
MEC, I think this is important for us to clarify, though, because earlier, as we started our discussion, you talk about gangsters, and we're speaking here about a group of learners coming together. So from the understanding of the Department of Education in Gauteng, is there a gangsterism problem in Orange Farm? Because I think that characterization of a gang as a group of learners versus actual gang-related activities is important to make.
I would believe so, yes. I would agree that there is a gangsterism problem because this is not the first incidences and these are not the first schools. We have been dealing with this since the beginning of the year. It's just that obviously every time we're able to control it. There was a disruption during the first term where these boys who've come from the initiation schools, they went to disrupt the school, but we're able to subdue the situation. So there is a gangsterism problem in that area. That one I can confirm because of the number of disruption and incidences we've been dealing with in that area relating to our schools.
What is it that the department then can do, MEC? Because certainly your jurisdiction, some would argue, is within the school. What the department can do, and perhaps other departments that you may work with in a community like Orange Farm. I know that you've talked about students who are involved in gang activity will be suspended in that institution. What next? And just how much power does the Department of Education really have?
Yes, look, obviously we will apply, the code of conduct on all learners, especially those who are involved in gangsterism. We don't want them in the schools. We don't want gangsters in schools. They have been consistent and we've been clear. We don't want gangsters. We don't want bullies. We don't want any form of violence or attack on any learner or educator or anyone within the schooling environment. That one is a no. So we've been clear there across. So in terms of in this situation, I really need to applaud the community of Chizik. They've come forward. Pending what happened yesterday, they went in and they defended the school. The parents and the community were at the school to ensure that those gangsters don't come back again, because these are people who are outside school who jumped the fence to come in and attack a learner. So they went to protect the school equally the same way they went to protect the school today. These are two different incidences. But the ward councillors, I've spoken to them, they're on board, they've called the community, they've ensured that they are going to protect the school. Although it disrupted the primary schools as well in the area, all those parents have come out to say, look, enough is enough, not with our schools, not with our children's future. In this case, we are going to protect them, and they've done that. And they've come out very strongly, and I have to approach the community. This is the response that we always wanted as a department. The community come and work with us. Parents come and take the responsibility of ensuring that we are able to deal with each child individually to ensure that we don't lose any child. It's not nice for a parent to know that the child went to school and doesn't come back. You see. So for that not to happen, everybody must play some form of active role, ensuring that that doesn't happen at all.
Yeah.
So,
MEC, we appreciate your time, and of course we'll be checking in with the department to find out some of the work that you are doing then with the situation at some of those schools in Orange Farm. Matome Chiloane, there's the MEC for Education, Sports, Arts and Culture in Gauteng, speaking to us this evening.